Hello, I'm back, Marina. This one is a review, and the book that I'm reviewing today is Reclaiming the Soil, A Black Girl's Struggle to Find Her African Self by Rosie Motene. Some of you may remember this book from my unboxing/haul video. It was supposed to be the story of a black girl raised by a white family in apartheid South Africa, and how she struggled to find her true self because she was kind of uprooted. Yes, this book was a catastrophe. There's no other words for me. I was so disappointed by this book, and I'm going to give you the main reasons, not all of them, but the main reasons why I was disappointed. I ended up giving it 2 stars on Goodreads. Why? First of all, the editing. The editing is bad. It's awful. The editing for this book is terrific. And I think that the reason the editing is so bad is that the publisher wanted this book to look big, and they wanted to say that this is 195 pages. But to be honest with you, if this book was well edited, it would have been maybe lesser than 100 or maybe 105 pages. That's it. Second thing I didn't like about this book is the repetition. She keeps repeating the same thing again and again. She says something in chapter 1, you will find it in chapter 5, and then again in chapter 10, without it adding up to the story, without saying something more. You know, she doesn't give you explanations. She doesn't go in deep with her feelings or what surrounds her. And at the end of the day, I was lost and puzzled. Why did you write the book, actually? That was the question I was asking myself. Like, where are you leading me, Rosie? That's one of the reasons why I succeeded into finishing the book. Simply because I was hoping that maybe toward the end of the book, she was going to give me the real reason why she wrote the book, or the real things that she was struggling with in her life. And I didn't get it. And I read it from beginning to end. The third thing I didn't like about this book is that at times, or most of the time, it reads like a gossip magazine. Here she goes, you know, I'm telling you that she doesn't go in deep with the things that she went through. I don't know any traditions from a biological family, what they do. The only thing she tells us is that once she decided to go back to her family, they did sacrifice some animals for her. Why? How? When? And for what reason? Why did they do that? When did they do that? Because we don't have all this explanation. But then she will spend an entire chapter telling you how the Jewish people do this and the Jewish people do that. I'm like, girl, if I wanted to know about the Jewish, I would Google it and find it. You see what I mean? And you were telling me that you went to search for your African roots, but then you keep talking to me about what the Jewish people do or what your Jewish adopted family did. Girl, no. You're looking for your roots. You're looking for you. That's how you're selling the book. And you're not talking about you. I wanted to feel a pain, a emotion, a confusion and everything. But all I felt was like a spoiled child who, whenever she wasn't given what she wanted to get, in terms, I'm talking about material things. Whenever she wasn't satisfied, she looked for a family. She looked for her roots, and she looked for people to love her. I know that this wasn't the intent of the writer, that maybe she wanted to share more. But, you know, you don't take the time to give details when it comes to your life, to what hurts you, your relationship with your biological family or with your friends, you know, but you take the time out to list all the celebrities that you meet in your life. Or I went to Zimbabwe and I met so-and-so and we did that. You know, so-and-so did this and that. I don't care about them. I bought the book because I wanted to hear about you. What about you? Your childhood, how you grew up, how you decided to reconnect with your mother. What did it take? And how you are working, you're still working on it, because I guess that they're still working on it because she still have issues. She calls herself a feminist, and I'm not blaming, I'm not here to judge anybody. I didn't feel it in here. You don't become a feminist just because somebody slapped you and now you want to defend the entire world. You have to do your research. You have to, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how to be what and who, how to become who. And the only thing I can tell you is that I didn't get anything from this book. I wanted to love this book, but no. Right after this, I read an autobiography by another South African writer, and that one I gave it 5 stars. And I will tell you why. Because, no, Rosie Motene. Next time you want to write something, please find some people to advise you, because the story was worth telling. A story is very interesting, but the execution was so bad. No. This copy needed some people to read it, reread it, correct it, and rearrange it. Even I, not being a writer, I would have done better. And I hate to say that, but yeah, somebody needed to read this and criticize her and tell her, please girl, don't come here complaining because you don't have a Mercedes. Don't come here complaining because you don't own an apartment. Write it down properly, because what you want to say is not what I'm getting from reading you. I wanted to recommend this one to you because when I started reading it on Goodreads, I saw that many of my friends decided to read it, and some of you on BookTube even went as far as ordering it. Please, if you haven't done it yet, don't do it. This would have been a great podcast, but it wasn't worth writing and publishing and making people spend their money on this one. I'm telling you, she needed to reread, rewrite, rearrange, and organize it, because the execution is bad. The editing is just awful. And at the end of the day, there's nothing I learned about her or about the culture or about the country. So yeah, I do not recommend this one. This is a no, ma'am. And I wanted, I'm telling you, I wanted to love this one, but no way. No way. And I don't want to go in the details because there are many things. I felt like she didn't love herself for the longest time. She wished she was white. And I think that maybe she doesn't even admit it to herself, but she still wishes she was white. Yeah, I told you, I'm not going to talk too much about this book because there's nothing good I want to say about this book. So I'm just going to stop here and tell you I do not recommend this one. Voila. That's it for me today. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.